Hey everyone, Big A here. This video is retaining to something that happened at my job. About probably about maybe 4 or 5 nights ago, maybe six. I was working on my aisle at Walmart because, in case y'all don't know, I'm an overnight stalker at Walmart. And the thing is, when you're overnight stalker, you have to work pallets. I mean, that's what you gotta do. And also you have to work around the customers, which means that the aisle that you're working, you're going to have to work around the customers that is on that aisle, which basically they're obstacles to me. Well, there's always that person, that one person that's going to stand on that aisle and act dumb. And I can't stand it when people actually stand in the middle of your aisle talking on the phone and you're trying to get past them, because I mean, I'm carrying heavy boxes and I can only lift so much to the point where I'm going to drop it and break something. But thank God that I didn't have anything in my hand that was actually breakable, like maple syrup. God, I would hate, I would be so pissed if I broke maple syrup on that floor and I had to clean it up. I did it once though, and it sucked. But but yeah. So the story that I'm about to tell you is what happened that night. Well, I'm working a pallet. It had maybe at least 132 things on it, just my guesstimation. And I mean, it was a huge freaking pallet. And the thing is, like I was saying, there's always that one person that's dumb enough to get in your way. Well, there's always someone on a riding cart. I mean, it could be a teenager, it could be a kid, you name it. And there's really nothing wrong with them most of the time, but there's some people that just want to get on it because they're lazy and they don't want to walk around the store. Well, there was this woman who came on my aisle on a riding cart with her whole family, I guess. I mean, I don't know who was with her and who wasn't, and there ain't no telling. But yeah, so her kids went running up and down the aisle. I didn't even bother with them. I just kept on working because I could care less about her kids. So I'm only worried about myself, and I could care less about what goes on around me and other people's business. And so she parks her riding cart on the side of my pallet. And this pallet was literally leaning towards her. And I was trying everything in my power to keep boxes from falling on me and smacking me right in the face and hitting her in the head, because I was afraid I was going to get a lawsuit or something like that and lose my job if she were to get hurt. Well, then I'm holding these boxes back, trying to keep them from hitting me and her, and the woman had the nerve, and this is really funny. I mean, I laugh about it every time I talk about it and mention it. The woman had the nerve to actually ask me, "Excuse me, sir, mind your way, but you see me holding boxes, trying to keep them from hitting you." And I just looked at her and I said, "Kinda, slightly." And I didn't really realize that she took offense to it. I mean, I was being honest. I mean, how honest can I get? I wasn't really being sarcastic. I was trying to get her out of my way. So she gets on her riding car and she drives off. Well, then I get a customer service manager coming up to me saying that the woman reported me to her because she claimed I was being very rude to her and her kids and being disrespectful. And all I did was I asked one question. I didn't even say a word to her kids. I mean, I didn't even really acknowledge her kids. And she asked me a question, was I in the way? And I told her slightly yes. And I mean, I was brutally honest with that question. Therefore, um, I didn't really see no harm in it. But as usual, in any other place that you work at or anywhere really, the customer is always right, which I think that's bullshit because I mean they're not always right, and so especially where I'm from, some people in Florida they cannot fucking read. And excuse my language, I'm sorry, but it's the honest truth. They cannot read, and they're too lazy to read and do anything that you really have to do. And so, yeah, I mean, if I were to lose my job over that, I wouldn't really care because I hate Walmart. I really do. And if anyone that's willing to stay at Walmart that's my age, I'm 22, I honestly, I have to say that there's something wrong with you. Unless you dropped out of high school and you don't intend on going to college. But Walmart sucks. And I mean, the customers there, I mean, they're really rude depending on who they are. I mean, I met some good customers in my day, and I met one customer in particular. Her name is Lisa. She's really cool. She she's gonna make sure that I can find a better job so I can leave Walmart because Walmart's really stressful. I mean, they don't really care about their employees too much, and this is coming from an actual worker at Walmart, coming from me. And really, there's not really great benefits whatsoever. I mean, all you're doing is you're making minimum wage, which I'm making 9.50 an hour. And matter of fact, I was actually speaking of that, I was actually looking at a thing on Facebook, and I was reading it to my girlfriend, and it was saying how Walmart employees owned by a rich family makes 7.50 to 9.50 an hour, no benefits, no dental or medical care, and a person, I mean, a store who's owned by the employees, I think, make like 11 through $17 an hour, brings home like has like $1 million in savings or something like that, and uh, great medical benefits and all that stuff, and stock. And I mean, it really makes you wonder. I mean, what the hell's going on with Walmart compared to a store that's owned by employees? I mean, you would actually think um, that Walmart actually treats their customer, I mean, well, treats their employees good, but they don't. I mean, they could really care less about their employees. But like, favorite, subscribe to this video. Again, I noticed I don't really have any subscribers. I'm not really worried about it. I mean, the views is all I care about. I mean, I don't care if this makes me popular or what, or if I get a play button. I mean, great. I mean, I just like making the videos. I mean, because I'm experience. I mean, I'm sharing my stories with you, and I don't really vlog much. I mean, I don't really like to walk around and show you things that go on in my life because some of it is really intense. And so, I mean, I'm not like McJuggernuggets and Kid Behind a Camera. I mean, there's some things I think that should not be put on a video camera. So, again, like, favorite, subscribe. Um, if you want to, if you want a specific video about my life at Walmart, like just explaining, because I can't really videotape anything at all without uh, people's permission, and you gotta be really lucky for someone to give you permission to film them around here. Because if I were to film someone without their permission, I would be going to jail because it's a state law and all that, and invasion of privacy. But yeah, Big A out.